The most important part in this box, you know, GM Performance. This is like 5 horsepower right here. Watch this, watch. 5 horsepower, boom, done.
What's going on, guys? Matt over here with Lethal Camaro, and today we're doing an install guide for the GM V6 cold air intake. Now this part is direct from that GM parts guy, so if you're interested in this product, link is down below in the description, but let's get right on into this install.
Okay, first up guys, we actually have the cold air intake from GM. So you get your main tubing that comes from your throttle body to the intake box. You do get a dry, what seems to be a dry filter. I'm actually surprised by that. You get a flex tube. This will be the secondary that attaches in between the, I believe it's this part here and the box. And then you have an extra part, and I believe this attaches to your throttle body to this main piece right here. Yeah, something like that. Can't forget the GM Performance logo comes with that. You do get a tree-based zip tie, and obviously the install instructions, and we don't need those. We've seen what's in the box, but now we got to install this bad boy. So first part is we need to remove the engine cover. So you're going to have your oil cover. There is a metal peg, but you know, the guy who owns this car took it off already. But that just snaps in, and then once you're done removing that, go ahead and put your oil cap back on. Outside of that, there's a couple parts around the vehicle that need to be loosened up and taken apart. So you have your, this is your dump for the oil side for the crankcase. So this is actually dumping oil into the intake. That's gonna be fun to look at that. We also have the, I believe this is the overflow, yeah, attaching here from the motor. So this is your pressure back going into your intake. We're gonna be loosening that. And then outside of that, there's a sound tube that plugs into the bottom of this. You have your MAF sensor. This is going to be coming out. I'm actually going to leave it in the box for right this moment, but once we get to the new one, we'll unscrew it and put it into the new one. But yeah, let's get to it and take this whole thing apart. So the sound tube, there's a plastic piece on here that you basically squeeze. You can see it right down in here. Sorry, it's hard to see. But basically you squeeze the sides that have like the, you'll see like the slot impressions, pulls right off. Okay, well he's getting his throttle body in. I'm gonna go ahead and remove his box. So what you can't see in the camera shot is on the back left corner right here, there is a tree clip that's holding in your mass airflow power sensor. So here was that tree clip that I just pulled off. It sat right in here, and you're good to go. Set this to the side because we will need to pull off this mass airflow sensor. So one thing you'll notice, there's 1, 2, 3 grommets, and that's where your air box is going to be sitting on. Some of these can fall off into your engine bay when you pull out the box. The other side is they might stick to the metal pegs on the bottom of the box. Just make sure to pull these off because you will need to reuse them. So we have our new housing, which is going to go in like this, but we need to take this cover off and put the mass airflow sensor from the old housing. So you're going to need a T20 bit, a Torex. So you're going to use your T20. Let's tighten it. Okay, at this point we're done with the stock box. Now GM was kind enough to not give us the same exact screw over their plate holder. These are stainless steel screws. And like the SS, they make it dummy proof, so you can't put it upside down. It doesn't line up. Okay, air sensors in. So the next step here is they want us to install the performance air filter. Now you'll notice on the inside of the filter, there's a little tab. That little tab lines up with the tab inside the box. So just make sure you line that up and you'll be good to go. And if you can even see, there's even a white dot on the air filter that shows you where it's at. And then there's a white dot on the inside of the filter that shows you exactly, there you go. You can actually see where they line up. So now the next item is going to be the foam insulation that is going to just allow your filter to sit nice and flush against the piece right in here. Now it ships with a nice big centerpiece in it. You basically punch that piece out. You pull this
You pull this out and then you're left with this, and that's what we're using. So this piece is gonna fit in on here just like that. You can see the shape, it's kind of kidney shaped in a way. Just making sure I knew exactly which way it was. And at this point, we'll peel off the plastic. This is gonna be hard to do from this angle, but I'm gonna start from the bottom edge, get that corner, and make sure this is flush right along the edge. So this next part's the fun part again. This is where we're gonna align and install the air box. Now you'll see there's 3 pegs. One there, one right there, and one at the bottom. And these are gonna go into these rubber grommet placements that I was showing you earlier. Basically what you're gonna do is just slide this in here. You're gonna have to tuck the air box opening. You'll see it will sit flush with that little gasket that we just put on. So as you can see, we have the box installed. Again, you see the nice tight fit where that gasket is that we just put on. Again, the grommet is sitting here. We have the other placement over down here, and the last one way down there. Now, the other side is we did the tree clip that we pulled off earlier. We can snap that back in place now. And we can actually put the power connection back to the MAF sensor just so it's not free hanging. And always make sure you clip that lock clip on the back side. Just push it all the way in and that's locked in place. Next process is going to be putting on the coupling for the throttle body to the main holder. So here's your coupling. You got 2 loose clamps. And I'm a design aesthetic guy, so I always make sure they're all facing the right way. And it might be beneficial to tighten these up a little bit before putting it on because they're pretty loose. For the next part, we'll go ahead and slide this coupling in. The nice thing is GM has kind of given you grommet guides in a sense, so you know how far you need to push it on. So you know it's seated properly. There we go. And now for the fun part. Now we have this tube. Now remember, there's 1, 2, 3 connections you need to remake. I would start with the sound tube, because that just snaps in. Easy enough. And as far as the other ones go, I would do that after you get the tube. Is it on?
Yeah.
Is it still there?
Yeah.
So there you guys go. That is the install for the 2016 Camaro or 2017 GM V6 cold air intake. This is actually a really easy install. Literally, it's undoing a couple bolts, having one little tie removed, and just getting everything lined back up and a couple bolts tightened up, and you're good to go. Now, the one step here that I am not able to do that your dealership's going to have to do is this cold air intake does come with a tune. So if you're in a legal state that sells this product, because technically this is not California legal, it's 37 state legal, you can't get a tune here. But if you go to a state that is approved on the list, or if you are in a state that's approved for this, you can get a tune, and it will line it up so the air fuel ratios are aligned. Now, in this instance, the owner of this car is going to be getting his car tuned regardless, not with the GM tune, but a custom tune. So he's going to be all dialed in and leveled up regardless. So there you go. But that's the install video. Let me know what you guys think. I know I don't do a ton of V6 guides, but if you guys are interested in more, let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this content, hit that subscribe link. But as always, likes, comments, shares, always appreciated. And until next time, guys, I'll see you on the road.